Good evening, YouTube. My name is Dan, and I am the coach of your St. Louis Rampardos. Week 10 is here, ladies and gentlemen, and the Rampardos have taken the league by storm, standing at 8-1, losing once to Pokemon. Last week, we took out Old Man Sup and the Pittsburgh Pirattatas and showed him why we are one of the best, if not the best team in the GBA. Mew was very, very impressive once again, back-to-back weeks, showing that Sludge Bomb and Expert Belt is very, very viable. Not to mention the fact that we were able to come out with a couple key predictions and stop his Alakazam from putting in work. The first turn Ice Punch on the Tornadus set the tone for the rest of the battle. We're able to walk away with a nice 3-0 victory, despite the potential for an Azumarill comeback at the very end. Now, of course, the St. Louis Rampardos are very, very happy to go into Week 10, looking at 8-1. Looking like we're about to take on the Milwaukee Sawsbucks and Magnitude. Now, Steve has had a rocky season so far in the GBA. And, wait, what's this? Getting a text message here. Alright, well, it looks like Steve and the Milwaukee Sawsbucks have forfeited their match. Alrighty then, well, that's interesting. So, the way it works in the GBA is if your opponent forfeits, you automatically win, obviously, and you win with a 3-0 differential. Now, because of where we are in the standings, it is not going to make any difference in terms of Shady's positioning or Cooper or John's positioning or anyone else's. So we are going to just automatically move to 9-1 in the GBA. So we finish up the regular season 9-1 and officially receive a bye in the first round of the playoffs. So we will not be playing in the first round, and it looks like for the conference division semifinals, we will be playing either Shady Penguin or the Utah Jasmine and Cooper, or potentially, based on how the matches play out, and it's a very, very small scenario that allows for this to be the case, but Pokemon John as our opponent. Now, there's another week. Shady is going to have to play either John or Cooper, and then we will play the winner of that matchup in the semifinals. And whoever wins that will take on the winner, or the championship, which would either be Miguel Megamogwai, Mulvode, or it looks like potentially Hank the Pidgey, and the Winnipeg Aquajets. 3 teams I have yet to face this season. Very, very interesting scenario. But I already prepared a team, and I just got this message from Steve, and I go and prepare a team to take on the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. So what am I, as the St. Louis Rampardos coach, supposed to do? Well, I guess we're gonna play. Who are we gonna play? I don't know yet, but we're gonna play someone, and they're gonna use Steve's team, and it's gonna be a matchup on Sunday. And the person that I'm gonna play, I have a couple people in mind. I'm gonna reach out to a couple friends on the internets, and we'll see who wants to take on the challenge of taking on the #1 record team in the GBA, the St. Louis Rampardos. So anyway, let's get into our team. Let's talk about our team, because I did prepare for Steve, regardless of this message I just got, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to face Steve. Now, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's jump right into things here, because I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Week 10, I don't care. We're automatically 9-1. This match doesn't matter. In the standings, the statistics won't matter, but we're gonna play some anyway, because I don't want to get rusty. I'm not gonna get rusty. And our bye week, well, you guys can let me know in the comments section below what you want me to do about the bye week, because we do have a free week. So if you guys want me to do something a little bit funky, maybe with some of the Pokemon I haven't used yet, like Slurpuff, feel free to let me know what you guys are thinking. Now, let's jump into our team. Our team would not be our team without Mega Sableye. Now, we have won every single match this season when Mega Sableye has been brought to the battle, and it has proved to be an incredibly impressive foe. Basically, let me point out this statistic. My opponents have only set up Stealth Rocks up on us 2 times this season in 9 games. You know why? Sableye. What's actually really ironic is Sableye has only bounced back 1 move, I believe, this season. So its Magic Bounce ability has only worked 1 time. but it hasn't needed it because Mega Sableye deters the opponent from doing things that they otherwise would do. And that is the key pivotal point of this team. Mega Sableye was rocking a fully physically defensive set this week, rocking Recover, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, and Calm Mind. A little bit of throwback to our week 1 against Crimson. Now, Magnitude's team, if you're not very familiar with it, has a lot of big threats. He's got a Landorus T, a Mega Gardevoir, which does, in theory, rip through our team, a Ferrothorn and Suicune, Arcanine, Electros, Muck, Latios, Lucario, Crawdaunt, and Miltank. Now, out of those, if I were to play Steve, or whoever replaces Steve, I would imagine Mega Gardevoir is definitely coming. Landorus T is definitely coming. Latios is definitely coming. And I would guess that some mix between Arcanine and Suicune, potentially Electros. We might see the Lucario or Crawdaunt, of course. I don't know about the Ferrothorn, but I did prepare for it nevertheless. Sableye is there to stop the Landorus T, burn it, and also take hits from the rest of his foes. After about 2 Calm Minds, I can really take on anything in his team except for the Mega Gardevoir, which is of course a problem. But I'll have to save Sableye for late game until that Gardevoir's gone, and then we can just pull out our brooms and sweep. Now, I know I'm walled entirely by Miltank, but I don't think he's gonna bring it, so we're gonna take our chances here. Sableye, again, is meant to be a deterrent. It doesn't need to sweep my opponent's team, but it does tie our team lead for kills this season. What you know about that? Now, our next Pokemon this week in the GBA is going to be Chansey. Chansey has shown that she can wall anything. Firing off 3 successful counters this season, killing quite a few Pokemon. I think Chansey has about 6 kills this season. I'll be rocking Soft-Boiled Seismitoss Toxic this week for Suicune and Stealth Rocks. So Chansey's gonna be our rock setter, not our lead though. I won't be leading with Chansey, no, but Chansey's gonna come in eventually and sponge a hit, set up rocks for us mid to late game, and at least get a little bit of damage off. Now, Steve's team doesn't really mind rocks too badly, but it would be nice to get up, especially if he does bring the Arcanine. And I could break any potential focus sashes otherwise. Our next Pokemon is our #1 pick overall in the draft for this season, Season 4 of the GBA, aDrive, the Terrakion. Now, Terrakion is rocking a Life Orb set, which is Naive Nature, a little bit different. We're going to be running the Close Combat Stone Edge, Hidden Power Ice, and Substitute. We have just enough speed to outspeed Timid Max Speed Mega Gardevoir base 100, and we have a little bit thrown into special attack to make sure we can do quite a bit to that Lando T on the switch in. He takes a close combat, takes an HP Ice, and dies. And as long as he's not scarfed, we will outspeed. So not an issue there. Now our next Pokemon has recently shown itself to be in the MVP running for the team in the most recent weeks, Mew. Now, Mew this week is running an Assault Vest Modest Mew, and it's a little bit strange, I understand, but we're gonna be rocking Overheat, Ice Beam, Volt Switch, and Sludge Wave. Now, Overheat OHKOs a sassy Max Spadef, Max HP Ferrothorn about 89–95% of the time. It's a pretty good chance to OHKO, and we will out-OHKO that Ferrothorn. We're also packing the Ice Beam, of course, for Latios and Landorus T. The Volt Switch is there for momentum because it's not like he has much to switch into it, and Sludge Wave is there for the Mega Gardevoir. Now we're running Max HP, Max Special Attack with Assault Vest to sponge hits the most effectively we can. We're able to take status without a problem because we have Synchronize. We don't care about our speed stat. We can take Hyper Voices from a Timid Gardevoir. It's a 3-hit KO because of the Assault Vest, and we can easily take Shy Shocks, which would otherwise be a problem because we resist it and we have a max HP. I'm really excited to use this Mew set this week, guys, because this Mew set is featuring quite a bit of variety and really kind of captures and encapsulates what Mew can do, in my opinion. We've done a lot of different things with Mew this season, everything from tricking Scarfs to expert belt bluffs to defensive Mews to defogging to now the Assault Vest Mew, which I'm very excited to use this week. Our next Pokemon is none other than Rotom Wash. Now, Rotom Wash has actually been brought, I believe, to every single match this season, and it's for good reason. It provides momentum with Volt Switch, hits things hard with Hydro Pump, and this week we'll be providing a very nice counter to Landorus T as well as having the ability to set up dual screens, Reflect and Light Screen with the Light Clay will put us in a good scenario, a good situation to be able to take hits better from the Gardevoir, the Landorus, and other offensive threats that Steve, or Steve's replacement in this case, will have. Last but not least, I'm very excited to announce the final member of our team this week is none other than Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen has been hit and miss, more so hit recently, showing pretty well against teams like Old Man Tup. And this week we are running a Choice Scarf Nidoqueen. Now, we're gonna lose a little bit of the much needed power from the Life Orb boost with Sheer Force, but that Choice Scarf is meant for the element of surprise. If I see my opponent brings Landorus T, my lead is Nidoqueen. Because an Ice Beam, I'll be able to outspeed an OHKO with an Ice Beam. Now, I do have a little bit of investment into my attack stat, maxed out special attack, and a little bit of speed investment just to make sure I can outspeed the appropriate foes. I'm rocking Ice Beam for Landorus T, Earth Power for things like Lucario, Fire Blast to OHKO the Ferrothorn. Again, in case he brings it, the thing is a problem to take down, and I wanted to make sure I had the appropriate checks for it. And last but not least, we're actually running Poison Jab, the physical move, for the Mega Gardevoir. It is a one-hit KO on the Mega Gardevoir. We do outspeed because of the Scarf, and that'll give us a little bit more safety in case we need to. This Nidoqueen is meant to revenge kill. It's meant to surprise and catch my opponent off guard, not expecting the Scarf. This entire season, I've ran Life Orb Nidoqueen every single week I brought it, and now we're mixing it up with that Scarf. I'm very excited to try this out, and again, the nice thing is we have nothing to lose. We're already 9-1. This match does not make any difference for our score, our differential, or for the stats of the Pokemon themselves. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to add on Week 10 stats for our Pokemon because our opponent is not playing against us, and the match effectively does not count, but I hope to bring you guys a very entertaining battle this Sunday, nevertheless, against a very, very epic opponent. Now, I do have a person in mind, I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking while I was talking through this commentary, and I think you guys will not be disappointed. No doubt about it. But I can't make any promises on who that person's gonna be, so I will see you guys on Sunday, and you will see my opponent. Now, of course, I need you guys to support this video for the St. Louis Rampardos. I want to see you guys hit that thumbs up button for me. 750 likes would be absolutely wonderful, and I think the Rampardos definitely deserve it for going 9-1 this season in the GBA. It is our first full season, and we've proven all the haters wrong. Our Pokemon have come out and delivered every single week, and I do want to thank the fans and friends of the St. Louis Rampardos for supporting week in and week out. Without your support, we would not have the motivation and fuel to come out here and demolish our competition. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.